How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool, taking place at Anfield tomorrow. Obviously, last time we did play at Anfield, back end of last season, it was a 3-2, a very close game, end-to-end game. Probably one of our best away performances of the season. I know we did beat not Sheffield United, they were even promoted last season. Southampton, I know we did beat them away, but we also, got a point against Brighton. But I think that performance, in terms of the way we played, that or the Chelsea game, for me, I think were outstanding away performances. Even though we did lose against Liverpool, we still fought back twice and very nearly, very nearly did get something from the game. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm not feeling all too confident we can get much from the game. Liverpool have really started to turn a corner this season. Last year they didn't have the best of seasons, finishing in the Europa League spot. Had a few problems throughout the season, but they've looked to really turn a corner this year, and they're playing much better football. They do like to go a goal behind and then come back and win 3-1. That seems to be their trademark this season. So if we do go a goal in front early on, I won't feel 100% comfortable because obviously Liverpool are known for a comeback this season. Like I say, looking forward to this one. It's always nice to see Forest playing at stadiums like Anfield. I think it's the second time we've played at Anfield in my lifetime. First, or that I can remember anyway. Maybe they did it early in the 2000 era, maybe in a cup competition. I don't think we did, but I can't remember us playing it at Anfield before last season. So, it's really nice to be consistently seeing Forest play against teams in stadiums like this, and it not having to be a one-off League Cup game or a FA Cup game like we have with Arsenal and Chelsea in the past. We're here, and we're back again for a second season. So hopefully, this season we can go a little bit further and not just give them a good game, get something from it. That'd be amazing if we could go to Anfield, get a point, or all 3 points would be dreamland. Like I say, not 100% confident going to this one that we will get anything from it. Like I say, Liverpool are a very good side, very, very good players. They're really starting to gel with some of their new signings. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister in the midfield looking really quite promising. Endo did quite well in the Europa League from what I've seen. I don't think he'll play against us. They'll probably go with their strongest 11. But look, they've got some very good players in their side, Liverpool, as we know. I'll touch on them again in a few minutes. But, being realistic, I don't see us getting anything from it. But you never know. We did well against Liverpool last season. Like I say, we did well against Arsenal this season away. We're only just beaten 2-1. Beat Chelsea away, which was a brilliant result. We went into a 2-goal lead and couldn't quite hold on against against United, losing only by 1 goal. And then City were lost by 2 goals. So that's positive. That's a positive. That's a real positive step compared to last season where we lost 5-0 to Arsenal, 6-0 to City, 3-0 to United. We have stepped things up a little bit, and it's really nice to see. And hopefully we can go and get something. In terms of the team news, I've read something about Alanga not being fully fit, but look, it's Steve Cooper. You never know what to trust with Cooper when it comes to injury news, whether it's going to be a serious injury that's going to have them out for a little while. I know he mentioned about Worrell having broken ribs and then came back the next game to play against Leicester in the Cup. Similar with McKenna, he was meant to be out and then came back sort of 2 weeks later. I think it was 4 weeks earlier than what Cooper was saying. I don't know whether he's getting the wrong information, and that's what he genuinely thinks is the case, or whether it's just something he likes to do to kind of throw off opposition managers and change their maybe thought process going into a game. And Alanga, he's someone with bags of pace, bags of quality. You might be saying to Jurgen Klopp, look, Alanga's not fit, we can't play him, but he might be actually secretly fine to play. I'm hoping that's the case, but we'll have to wait and see. Starting 11 for me then. The goalkeeper situation is always going to be one of topic at the moment, with Turner and Vlachodimos being on the books. Turner has done well in the games he's been given. There was the Brentford game where he was a little bit shaky in terms of his distribution and maybe staying on the ball a little bit longer than he should do in some situations. Look, I don't know what to go with. I think Vlachodimos might start, given the fact that we collapsed at the end of the Luton game, conceding 2. I think Vlachodimos will be the preferred option in net for this game. He, from reports, it looks like he's getting fed up with being on the bench, so I feel like Cooper might give him a go, get him in between the sticks for this one. Obviously, it's a difficult game to put him into, being Liverpool away, but I've got a feeling Vlachodimos might start in goal. I don't think Turner's done too much wrong, but with someone like Vlachodimos on the books, you can't wait too long till you bring him in. You don't want to get him too upset and wanting him to, leave in January or whatnot. So yeah, I'd get him in, and hopefully he does a good job for us. Back four then, for me, it's a tricky one. Murillo and Bolly, centre halves, that's not tricky. I think they've made up a solid partnership, and I love Joe Worrell. Joe Worrell's one of my favourite players at the club. But why Cooper took Bolly off for Worrell towards the end of that Luton game, I don't think I'll ever know. Why he took off Dominguez and Sangare, again, still scratching my head about that one. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre substitutions. Cooper's put his hands up and say it was on him, and I respect him for that, but very weird set of substitutions that I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought game was done and everything like that, trying to protect players and or whatnot. So yeah, I'd get him in, and hopefully he does a good job for us. Back four then, for me, it's a tricky one. Murillo and Bolly, centre halves, that's not tricky. I think they've made up a solid partnership, and I love Joe Worrell. Joe Worrell's one of my favourite players at the club. But why Cooper took Bolly off for Worrell towards the end of that Luton game, I don't think I'll ever know. Why he took off Dominguez and Sangare, again, still scratching my head about that one. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre substitutions. Cooper's put his hands up and say it was on him, and I respect him for that, but very weird set of substitutions that I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought game was done and everything like that, trying to protect players from picking up injuries maybe, but it wasn't done by any means, and obviously the scoreline showed that. Yeah, Murillo and Bolly for me, absolutely. Full-backs, I'd probably go Toffolo on the left. Right back, preferably Ola Aina if he's not fit. Then Aurier, I think he'll be a solid player to play in that position. Even though I don't know what the heck he was thinking of doing in that first Luton goal, where he sort of crouched down and tried to bounce up, and I don't know what he was doing, but I'd probably go with him for that one. I wouldn't be against seeing Neco Williams play there. He played really well in the game against Liverpool. I think it was when he picked up an injury, so he had to come off in that game, but he was doing really well. So, if we can get him back in the starting 11, then why not? But I think it will probably be Serge Aurier. Midfield, the three for me can't change. Has to be Mangala, Sangare and Dominguez. Brilliant midfield three, those. Apologies that I had to put it there. I've had a sneeze on the tip of my tongue. I had a sneeze on its way for about a good minute there, and unfortunately I had to pause it there. You'll see me sneeze live on camera. Like I say, midfield three, Sangare, Dominguez and Mangala for me. Essential midfield three. If you want to try and get anything from that midfield battle, we need those three in there. All physical, all of them are good on the ball, can pick a pass, beat a man, but those three are a huge plus for us. And there's not many midfields I could really name, other than in the kind of top six, that could beat them, really, rival them. Maybe top seven if you take Newcastle into account. They're brilliant. They really are. And we're so blessed to have a real solid midfield three like those three. And hopefully we can, wrestle a bit of an upper hand. Wrestle a bit of an upper hand in that midfield battle using those three. Combative, strong, but good on the ball also. Front three, then I think you've got to go with Chris Wood down the middle. Scored a brace against Luton, so I think for me, the obvious choice. Shame for him that we didn't end up winning the game. I think he was quite a good player in that game. It was a handful for the Luton defence. Scored 2 lovely goals. So I think he'll probably start up front. Hoping that Alanga's free to play on the right. I'd love to see him play there with his pace on the counter attack, which I know we'll probably have to play on a little bit. I think I'd love to see him play. If he's not fit, then Gibbs White, I think, goes out on that right hand side. I would have had Gibbs White on the left hand side if Alanga couldn't play on the on the right hand side. Sorry, striker, like I say, Chris Wood. The other forward, I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi is out for a little bit. Origi could play out wide, but again, not ideal. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who we have in an attacking position, really. It's a good point. That I'd love to see Alanga and Gibbs White out on the wings. Obviously, I prefer to see Gibbs White in behind the striker, but if that's not something we can do, then I'd obviously not do that. My mind's just gone totally blank for players we have in attacking positions. Obviously, we've got Cho, Alanga, Gibbs White. We've got Brendan Aguilar, but I wouldn't necessarily start him. Divock, like I've mentioned. Look, let's just go with the fact that Alanga's going to be fit. If not, then I'd probably go. We could even go with a diamond and play Origi and Wood up top together with Gibbs White in behind. Something like that could work. But we don't really play with a diamond all too often, so it was something that did figure a bit last season. But I think we need that width and the pace on the wings. So hopefully Alanga's fit. I really do hope that Alanga is fit. Score predictions for me then. My head is saying 3-1 Liverpool. My heart is saying 1-0 Forest. But I'll take a draw. I would most definitely take a draw. So yeah, let us know in the comments down below what you think will happen in the game. Obviously, Liverpool are a fantastic side. Got some amazing players. I mean, they've got Alisson, arguably the best arguably the best goalkeeper in the world. Van Dijk, arguably the best centre half in the world. Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the best players who can pick a pass in the world. Brilliant cross on him. Salah, one of the best attackers in the world. Nunez, who's the captain of Chaos. Jota, Diaz, they've got such a good side. So we will be having to play our A game. I know, Cooper mentioned about we need to go with the mindset of perfection and putting everything that we can into being as perfect as we possibly can, which, that will be something that we have to do if we want to get anything from this game. We can't afford to be second best or whatnot. We have to be playing our absolute 100% best. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling like too confident on this one. Obviously, it is Liverpool away, and they're an excellent side, so we'll have to see how it goes. But really excited for this one. Looking forward to it. I'd love to beat Liverpool. I've got a friend who I'd probably be with at the time of the game who supports Liverpool. So if we can go and beat them, even if we can take the lead or whatever, I'd be rubbing it right in. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out, and hopefully I'll be smiling come this time tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe. If you are new around here and you haven't already, comment down below what you think will happen in the game, all that good stuff, and come on, you Reds.